Good morning. It is Tuesday, December 3rd. This is Drew. Hope you're doing great. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving, a great extended weekend, fun with family, friends, and so on and so forth. You'll have to excuse my voice today. I'm feeling a little under the weather, but we push on. And I had something I wanted to share with you today. In fact, I was listening on the radio. I think actually one of our radio partners, Promise FM, they were doing some talk radio thing, and talked about how this generation of students is now being coined Generation Me. So it's Generation Me. And the reason is because it's a very, from the observation from cultural experts, it's a very self-absorbed generation. I'd like to take that one step further. I'd like to say our culture itself, as America, is very self-absorbed, including myself. Okay, and it's something we have to be on the lookout for. There's one part I wanted to key in on today. And the part I wanted to focus on is something called being offended. Now, the very fact that I'm bringing this up may offend you, and that's okay. Being offended is something we need to look out for. And I have this question to ask you. What is the greater sin or the greater fault? Taking offense or offending? Now, in the onset, you may say, well, of course, Drew, it's being the one who's offending. That's the person that's in the greatest wrong. I would like to bring up that maybe both of them are equally bad. So to prove this point, I want to bring up Jesus. Jesus, if there's anybody who had as much right to be offended, if there's anybody who had the authority to take offense, it was Jesus. In John 1, we find that he made everything. Jesus was the creator. He was God's hands in creating this world. He was there in the beginning. Yet this world rejected him. There is no one with a greater right to be offended. Yet when Jesus came, never once was he personally offended. Not once. You could not show me any part in the Bible he was personally offended. The only time you could even come close to that is when Jesus turned the tables over in the temple. But that he was not offended on himself. He finally lost it because people were completely putting aside their fear of God. And it was a righteous anger. So today's challenge is to not take offense to anything. I know that sounds pretty drastic in our culture. But all being offended is a sneaky form of pride.